say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champion, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. Bringing it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida's offense will get the first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the...
Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gator.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
On the move from inside his 5. So Mississippi State's offense will have its first possession of the game. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence. Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down, let's go fast.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd. Got it in the middle. It's Foster. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Bulldogs are flying down the field.
We always talk about Yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Caught close to the marker, it's Foster. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. He's got it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless and moved. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open. It's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what,
Breaks into the open. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Here's a heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, this guy's had all of college football talking after coming away with 3 sacks in his first game, and he already notches his first sack in this one. What a terror he has been on offense as early this season.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Makes the grab. It's Townsend. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida!
this offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Mississippi State going up tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it near midfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. There he goes! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. He's looking to throw. Into the house. Touchdown, Gators! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead at week 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Never really got that return. But the offense is set up at the 30.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them real.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the moment.
Touchdown, Florida! Fit it in the window for the score.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Scooped up by the kicking team.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know, if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end.
Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back. In this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Shoots it to the left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It's complete to the left. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Florida! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense defense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's loose. Made a defender miss. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. To the air on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Foster. Turning it on. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick strike complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller...
There he goes! Inside the 30. Inside. Touchdown! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Running behind that left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Now on the return. Makes a move.
Exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up, and this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams, you can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
Kick. Unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Laporta. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Oh, almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. That's the 50. 30. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gator.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Handoff to the single back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Yeah, and it's been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next play a little bit better football.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Slithers into space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit them up top. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the running back. Looking for room at the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Oh, better look out. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Bulldogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rushes on him. Trying to escape and get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got it in the middle, it's Spalding. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Spalding. There he goes. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Of 10. And that's a first down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lyle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got him in the flat. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Sometimes you hope a return will give you good field position. Sometimes it puts a touchdown on the board like that 93-yarder just did. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, and he pumps it up inside the 20.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll send the tight end in motion. They go to the ground. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Punt is on its way. Here's the return. He gets a block. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Wants to fire on second down. Zings it complete to the right. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your...
Turning it on! Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Moves around to clear up the vision. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield.
Will you please just stay in the pocket? It's so much easier to come get these guys when you know where they are, but great job by the offense, rolling the pocket, getting the quarterback outside. More time now.
Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Now from inside the red zone. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. He'll start this drive firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Brings up 2nd down.
He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and take it back. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking for space, it's Hicks. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Gets it out fast. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring.
Breaks into the open. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up mid-yardage on the return. What a play there.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. It's complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man down the middle. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man quickly. Got some room to run. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Gators will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. Grabs it inside the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. They stop the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the books. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Kentucky's offense will have the football first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that's exactly what this defense wanted to do coming into this game. They wanted to set up third down so that they could let their pass rush take over. They feel they've got a shot to be really successful if they can force the opponent to live in third and obvious passing situations. And that time, on the first third down of the game, they take advantage and get the sack.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So Florida's offense will take the field for the first time. They'll run this play from the pistol. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. I mean, he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The sure hands, it's Ingram. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Kentucky right back to the line. Back to pass on second down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Give to the single back. At the 40, there he goes. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Makes it past the marker. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Wildcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires one high and deep. Catch inside the 25. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And sometimes these games can snowball. You get down 21, next thing you know, you look up, it might be 35. Nice answer, put a drive together. Now the defense has got to get you a stop. Then you try to put another drive together. One possession at a time, try to climb back in this football game.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low, and the offensive.
There he goes. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Hines is tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Kentucky going quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Touchdown, Gators! Stealing a score on special teams. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. And the Wildcats are marching down the field. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Ready, Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Touchdown, Kentucky! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kentucky, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Turning it on. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. And the Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Under fire. He's got him. It's a hit. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The running back has it. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. That was an entertaining first quarter. Fireworks all over the place, as will be indicated in our first quarter stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Motion from the wideout. They go right back to him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Bettis. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Going right to work up top. It's complete on the right side. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
It's complete to the right. On the move at the 30. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Catch in the middle, it's Bettis. Racing to the right. He's at the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. He's got it on the move. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Kentucky, 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll leave it with him. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. They're working that left side. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. And to get rid of it quickly. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Right on target this time. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it first and 10. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. They just keep firing. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run it from the gun. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Here comes the heat. Quickly out to the tight end.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
The Gators come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Makes the grab on the left. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Gators! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll start the return inside his spot. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable.
And the Gators will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be knocked down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be... Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Florida! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Wow, the quarterback got away with one there. He's lucky that defender dropped that pass, because if he picks it, he might have taken that one to the house.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Gators are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it on the run. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The give to the back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
At midfield, he's got room. Took care of it himself. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here he comes from his own end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Soft spot in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's going to run it all the way back, but this is going to wind up just being a conditioning drill. Flag down on the field, and this one almost certainly is going to come back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. A strike downfield.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run...
Breaks into the open. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, I love running quarterbacks, but I get it when people are conservative about it because this is why. Because they do have a tendency to fumble the football more. They don't work on those drills every day like running backs, taking care of that thing, wrapping it up, and you could see it there, and he coughed it up.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So 1st down will open up the final period. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big... A 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Setting up the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Takes it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
And the Florida offense will take over first and 10.
Wants to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes a grab past the marker. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Gators are rolling down the field. Looking to throw again. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Caught over the middle. It's Hicks. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Rides the back on the option to give. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And the sack. All the way back at the 5.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the...
Holds it in on the left. Finds a seam. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on. And this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To the air on 1st down. The short hands, it's Hicks. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They want that clock to run. Still running at the 40. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but just live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Working that left side now. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. No more room to run. They make the tackle.